Of companies racing to develop a vaccine for COVID-19. And this morning, we want to give you a look at what it's like to participate in a vaccine trial. So Rachel Howard, you're in Kansas City, Missouri. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Good to see you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And I'm actually in a very good mood because of the trial that you're involved in. Because we're all looking for good news, right? So you're in this trial for Moderna, and a lot of people may have heard about this because this is the vaccine that's been proven to develop antibodies in test subjects such as yourself. So let's start at the beginning. How do you get involved in a test for a vaccine like this?
Well, I got involved I saw an article in the New York Times for the facility that is running the clinical trial I'm at, and so I called it. And ironically, they were doing it for another drug manufacturer, but they hooked me up with the Moderna. But for anyone, as Moderna goes out to the 30,000 volunteers for the stage 3 trial, you can just call the local facilities that are doing the test, or I believe there's like an online registry for it for nationwide.
Right. So that's as the trial widens out, like you said, the extra 30,000 people out there to really see if it's going to work, the last stage, and let's hope it does. All right. So tell me exactly what you went through. Are these shots, and how do you feel?
I did a series of 2 injections, and they also did antibody testings before to create a baseline and also in between. I feel fine. The first injection, I had 0 side effects. It felt like, when you go get a flu shot, you feel sore in the arm. It felt less than that. And then the second injection, there was a little bit more fatigue and soreness, and I had a slight headache. But beyond that, there was no horrible side effects or anything like that on my end.
Are you at the stage right now where you know whether you were given the actual vaccine or a placebo? I mean, do you know you got the actual one?
I'm in the stage 2 trial. So in my trial, there is actually like about 33% chance I have a placebo. But based off of some of I had like a slight rash and then the headache and stuff, I'm pretty certain I got the actual vaccine.
I've seen a lot of people online and people have reached out to me and saying, even if we get a vaccine, I don't want to take it. So because they don't know if it's going to be safe. And you stepped out on a limb here. I mean, the vaccine isn't even approved or anything. And you said, yeah, go ahead and use me basically as a human guinea pig. Why did you do that?
Well, one, I'm a teacher and I want to get back to my classrooms. I don't like what's happening, and I know that they're going to need a vaccine. I've done a vaccine when I was like 20 years ago when I was in college, and I felt safe doing it. As for this, there was the stage 1. They released preliminary results for the stage 1 Moderna and some other trials before this. And so those people are the ones who kind of made it so I felt like safe doing it because there was no like extreme adverse effects on them or anything.
So I would imagine you're going to be watching this next stage with some invested interest, right?
Certainly. I'm actually, it's made me more of a proponent for the vaccines. In the past, I've always just gone and got my flu shot like everybody else, but now I've seen the process and what's going on. But the fact that how important this is, I have a physician's, there's people who are, professionals in their industries doing this vaccine study with me. So it's not like it's just people who are looking for something to earn an extra buck. No, it's people who are trying to advance science.
Rachel, thank you so much for talking with us this morning. Thank you for volunteering in what could be, one of the most important experiments that we see if this ends up being a successful vaccine in decades and decades. And thanks for being a teacher. Boy, you like to serve.
It's definitely being my year is definitely turning into being an interesting one. I think next year is just going to be just as interesting.
All right.
So thank you.
Good luck to you. And it was great talking with you this morning. And maybe we can follow up with you again sometime. Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you.
Take care.